like you just orgasmed.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to
What's taking so long?
Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online, the game with a free trial up to level 60, including the award-winning Heavensward expansion. That timing was pretty great. Yeah, we started stream with it sounded like you just had an orgasm, which
So
I am looking at a
fun
Final
fact,
Fantasy screen.
both of those quests are actually quests in the game.
Dread is in the air and who moved my head cheese?
Mhm.
Why? I also especially like this that's saying that I have an addiction, which I don't have. I can quit any time. See, it says right here, I can stop at any time.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't read the rest of this. It's not important. Here, let me zoom in on it so you guys can see that it's not important. Hang on, let me just zoom right in so that you can see how unimportant this particular message is, my good chat. As you can see, doesn't mean a damn thing. Yeah, exactly, Moose. See, exactly. Also, hello, Moose. Aki Blackthorn, I already said hi to you. Pfft, you don't count. But Moose is my special friend, and I like Moose. So, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV.
I have something to say.
Okay.
Remember, Prince Zuko, it is better to come in the sink than to sink in cum.
And that was Final
I can
Fantasy
see
14
Zuko.
online.
I could see
God.
I could see Zuko doing his face.
Can you say that again, but in Canada
Yeah.
voice, please?
I just had the worst image.
Okay.
Remember, Prince Zuko, it is better to come in the sink than to sink in cum.
Wow.
Oh my
We're off to a rip roaring start.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We've had. It sounded like you just had an orgasm, and sink and cum. This is already
3 minutes.
the worst stream I have ever run. It is now. We've been live for 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and I cannot wait to speed run getting banned.
You love it, you whore.
Twitch getting banned any percentage.
Twitch ban any percent. Oh god. Well, hello everyone. We're gonna be playing some Final Fantasy, some fucking Dungeons and Dragons. I read the title and I was like, yeah, I would like to do that. So some background information on this stream. I couldn't breathe when I saw this this splash screen because I was laughing so hard. Because, and I cannot make this up, Aki and I were 5 minutes late to voice checks because we were playing Final Fantasy XIV.
So, a fun fact for you and chat. I like to make these splash screens after the session because I make the splash screen and I'm like, all right, that's done, cool. And then my brain just deletes whatever it is from my memory. So I'm also surprised the next Monday.
I like that Strahd is a cat girl. I think that's honestly one of my favorite details here. You know, it really brings out and highlights who he is as a person, which is the kind of person who would be really, really passionate about cat girls.
Yeah, did you notice the NPC names?
Crow 2. Yeah. Yeah, I saw those. I especially like that there's one crow screaming, "I'm an Omnicrafter." I don't know any crows who are like that. Anyway, if you guys will recall, you had just finished having a conversation in the Blue Water Inn, I believe, and we're planning to head out in the morning for Barovia. Is that correct? Does that sound right to you guys?
I have no idea. I wasn't here.
Oh, also...
I don't think we discussed going to Barovia. I think we very vaguely discussed going to Barovia last session.
Okay,
We
well...
discussed, like, visiting Barovia, but Emerald did want to go...
Right, you wanted to go back to the
Emerald wanted to get new robes.
Back to the town that we've been banned from.
Yeah, Kretsk.
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys wanted to go back to the town that you've been banned from, and also go to the winery, which is the only place where people are genuinely happy to see you. I remember now.
Yeah, that.
Okay. And you want to go there and have them do something they find very uncomfortable because you helped them. I remember.
That's not at all the way that I've worded this, but okay.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so you spend the night at the inn, which is a full day, Mr. Hauer, you were asking before. Hey, Grim, can you stop being a large cat?
Yeah.
It's been a while, so that was really funny. Stop it. And Gwen, what is your opinions on small chunks of bread thrown from a park bench? Okay, great. So.
I wish I could make the little flop, 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 flop of their
Oh
little
god,
feet.
the little plaps that they make when they walk. Oh, I love those. They're so cute.
Especially when you find the video when they're walking on tile.
Yes. And they make little slaps. So cute. I love it so much. Okay. So, let us go over to this map. So, in the morning, you set out west from Vallaki.
We stopped by the church first.
Right, because you wanted to get new robes.
And I'm assuming that is the only place that will have them.
Interesting
And you wanted to speak
assumption.
to the priest, didn't you?
Yes, I do also want to have a conversation with the priest.
Yeah.
All right. You go to the you go directly to Castle Ravenloft and spit in Strahd's mouth.
Oh, sick, we win.
Um,
Radiant spit and all, he dies.
okay, you win Curse of Strahd. Congratulations.
I still don't feel like we've
He
won.
likes it.
Grim rolled 23 on intimidation. He likes it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I guess that's game. Blackthorn is right. Let's go play some Final Fantasy, everyone.
But we are playing Final Fantasy.
You know what I mean. Okay, so you head to the church where Father Lucian is presiding. He's right now actually sweeping the church floor.
I will approach him.
Okay, as you walk in, he looks up and sees who you are, and looks not angry with you, but certainly displeased to see you. When you approach, he says, "Yes, how may I help you, my child?"
Have we done something to bother you?
He looks at you with kind of an expression on his face that shows you he's thinking deeply, and then says, "It is only that your presence complicates our lives so much. I realize that the things that have happened to and around you are not necessarily your fault, but trouble seems to follow you, and I do not want my flock being infected. You'll have to forgive my stony demeanor."
I can understand the opinion. I, however, have come to request a new set of robes, if possible. I can pay you if needed.
He nods. What will you be
And-
doing after you receive the robes?
That is another conversation to have with you.
Well,
I will be going to Kretsk.
he nods. Very well. In that case, yes, I'll grant you these robes. What size are you? He looks you over for a moment, and then steps away.
Medium, large. I give him my measurements.
There are no standardized sizes, and he's not a tailor, so he looks you over and then walks away.
Yeah. Okay.
I almost said weaver because I have a problem.
You
So he goes and he comes back with two sets of robes. One's a little bit longer than the other, and he hands them both off to you. He says, "Pick one."
I will pick the one that looks like it will fit me the best.
Okay. You pick the slightly taller one.
Okay.
So he hands it off and says, "Well, In that case, safe travels, my child, and may you walk with the Morning Lord.
About that. I
He-
require one more thing from you.
He looks at you with a kind of a hurt look, and then waves and says, continue.
I require a title within the church. One high enough to command a corrupted deva.
He looks at you for a moment and says, I'm sure I don't understand what you're getting at here. Are you implying that I'm some sort of corrupt official?
No, but the abbot is.
He looks a little taken aback and says, the abbot has served faithfully for generations somehow. Are you certain he's corrupt?
We have witnessed him turn into a deva. We have.
He looks like he hears that, is briefly shocked, and then it smooths right over.
We have seen the creatures that he has created in the name of the Morning Lord.
No. I understand where the confusion is coming from. Those aren't creatures he created. That's a family of people who are suffering from some terrible affliction that he's been caring for as long as anyone can remember, really.
And you think this is okay?
Well, he gives them food and shelter and has done everything in his power to seek a cure for their malady. Yes, I believe that is a charitable act.
And you have seen these with your own eyes?
Well, of course, the abbot trained me in the ways of the cloth.
No? Hello?
GM?
Sorry, I changed my text to speaks button. I did respond to you immediately. What I said was, well, of course, the abbot trained me in the ways of the cloth.
And you are okay with people being bound to a stake,
Text to speech
as if
button.
brutalized?
Push the talk button. I'm sorry, I don't understand.
When we were first meeting with the abbot, we happened across a young woman, I believe, who was chained and bound to a stake in a courtyard.
He nods and says, yes, I understand. Please sit, and he indicates a pew.
Howard obeys.
Okay. He sits down on the pew in front of it and turns around to face you and says, these people have been cursed in some capacity. Some people believe it was some inherent flaw in one of their ancestors, and others believe that the devil made them into what they are now. But it affects more than just their bodies. The deformities that you see are truly the least of their concerns. It also affects their minds, and some of them are so lost to the corruption that they are not more than beasts. So while it is deeply, deeply troubling that they are the way they are, there is nothing that can be done that the abbot is not already trying to do. I understand that it looks horrific on the surface, but if you simply look into this matter, you'll see that the abbot has spent every waking moment of his considerable life trying to help these people.
I am trying to understand, but I cannot get over the fact that these creatures, however perverted they were, however he saves them, it seems like an angel, at least in my opinion, would not do this to anything. But I am unsure of the religious practices.
He nods and says, while the abbot is angelic, he is but a man. He can only do so much. And he is a talented spellcaster, but truly, even practicing such a thing, even the people of Kretsk don't believe that he is a good man. Because of this one thing, his ability to change the world around him. Miracles. It is a complicated matter, and one that he has worked years to correct, but so far to no avail.
And are you aware of his service to Strahd?
I'm not, but we are all in some capacity serving him. We must. He is the lord of these lands.
And an angel serving a vampire. This does not strike you as bizarre.
Well, the abbot is a holy man, but we must all.
Gold medal mental gymnastics happening here.
Nope. But anyway, give me an insight check, please. You know what? Whoever's got wisdom above 12.
Oh, I'll do it. I will insight check. Once I open up my candle sheet.
Gotta love your candle sheet.
Hey,
Loving all the wisdom checks, but I actually need insight.
Oh, I'm stupid?
That's okay, me too, buddy. I wish I had a headband of intellect in real life. That way, I'd be able to have another belt.
Oh, that's a much better roll. Instead of a 20, I got a 20.
Well, you know, it's good that it improved so much. So let's see, we got 16, 14, 10, 20, 16. Okay, so everyone except Grim, and yeah, everyone except Grim. He's clearly trying to reconcile something, but it seems every time you guys bring up that he's an angel, he has this moment of just kind of like staring off into the middle distance, and then he just picks the conversation back up as if he missed that part.
oh, okay.
I
Go.
am going to take out my holy book
Mm-hmm.
and flip to the tenets on the extermination of undead.
Okay.
I'm going to hand the book to him and say, "You are a priest of Lathander. He is an angel of Lathander. There is a vampire ruling over these lands."
You see he once again does the blue screen when you say angel, but when you point this out, he nods, then turns to you and says, "Then why haven't you killed him?"
I'm not strong enough yet, and I'm trying to get the allies to do so.
He
That's
holds
why-
he holds a hand out toward you.
I stopped talking.
No. Like he holds it out as if to shake his hand.
Oh, I shake his hand back.
When you grasp it, he says, "Resist me lifting your arm." And he begins to try to lift your arm. Do you try to stop him? Like he asked?
Yes.
Okay, it's very easy for you. Like, you barely have to expend any effort. Then he takes his hand back. So if you are not strong enough, what does that make me?
I come to you for a title to command a being that is powerful enough to aid us. I do not come to you to fight by our side.
He nods and says, "I understand that you are trying to find ways to defeat the devil. However, when you bring the holy book to me and accuse me of being derelict in my duty, I must defend my honor."
I am not questioning. I think I speak for all of us in that we do not question your honor. But
Hello, chicken.
I do have further questions.
Thank you.
That it feels like you're hiding something. Or
He shakes his head. "I promise you that I am hiding nothing."
I understand. And how are, you can see kind of spectral ghosts circle him a bit. And he says,
Okay.
"Well, I did
He
not want
makes the sign to ward off evil.
I did not want to do this, but I want to hear everything you have to say, and I will cast Zone of Truth."
Okay. So you're gonna do some spell casting after saying, "I didn't want to do this"?
Ah, another town to get banned from. Let's go.
Like, okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I really don't want you to get banned from Vallaki again.
Okay.
But, like, you guys do see why this keeps happening, right?
Can I
Very clearly, yes.
can I say that I want to basically cast a spell and tell him honestly, I'm trying to cast a spell that will force you to tell us the truth.
Okay, that is a way better option than I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I've had a couple beverages and.
Okay, so he says, "I'm not afraid of the truth at all. Please."
It will look a little weird. I warn you, but
Do you need anything, incense or?
I
prayer?
don't think so. I have my own to bring with me, but if you'll just stay still for a moment and let your mind relax.
He does so.
And I'll cast Zone of Truth.
Noise. Could you please link that? Thank you. Okay, he's choosing to deliberately fail this save. And then he waits.
When we were talking earlier, it sounded as if you were neglecting to tell the full truth about something about this abbot. What do you know of him?
He says, I told you the entire truth. He is a man who has done his utmost to primarily help the family he has taken responsibility for, but still finds time to train men like me that may maintain the faith in this land that requires quite a lot of it.
So there is nothing that you are hiding about this diva.
You see him do the moment of pause, and then, I know. Why would I hide anything? He's a great man. Hiding anything would simply tarnish him.
Just there, you did it again. Do you know that you are pausing at a very particular point? More than once you have done this.
He says, I have not. And he looks around at everyone else.
Am I wrong? Is anyone else seeing the same thing? Or am I imagining it?
Has the abbot ever cast magic on you?
Yes, a few times actually. When I was in my training, I hurt myself more than once. I'm a bit clumsy, you see. And he healed me each time.
Any time when you were not injured. Sorry.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Any time when you were not injured, did he cast magic on you?
No, and every time he asked my permission first. He would not invade my privacy.
And then I'll look to Grim.
So, if I may, and Grim's eyes are still closed. She's still relaxed. She's just talking. Angels.
He nods.
They exist.
He nods.
And the abbot exists.
He nods.
And the abbot is an angel.
He blue screens.
That's what it is.
Ah,
It might be if my thought is it might be something that is concealing his true self, and it extends to anyone that's seen him.
that is exceptional. I did not think of this.
He says, I'm sorry, you did not think of what exactly? That he is concealing something?
No, my ally's insight, he is exceptional. Grim,
You said he was concealing himself. Something to do with magic changing my thoughts. I am loath to believe that is true. The man wouldn't even heal my smallest wound without my permission.
He might not be doing it out of his own volition. He's it might be something he's hiding from the devil.
He says,
Kendall
what?
is gonna ask him.
What kind of injuries did you sustain?
Well, once, and he rolls up one of his sleeves on his arm. I was working with a trowel in the garden, and I managed to split from here. He points to the start of a scar at his wrist to here, which is right next to the. Excuse me, sorry, right next to his elbow. And I was bleeding quite badly and screaming. You see, he's surprised by him saying that. Clearly, he just ran into the zone of truth. And the abbot was with me much quicker than I'd ever seen him move, and he asked if he may help me with my wound, and when I agreed, he laid a hand on me, and light poured from his hand, and just like that, he holds up his arm. A scar, but nothing more. Another time, I fell while I was out on a walk. If I'm being honest, I was angry at the abbot for not taking better care of the charges under his protection, because I didn't understand at the time what they were. And on my walk, I managed to step on a wet rock and fell. When I woke up sometime later, I was in a bed, warm and comfortable. And I had a large egg and a wicked headache, both of which he healed with his touch once again. The third time is the reason that I am telling you that he is doing the best thing he can for his charges. I released one of them, and she nearly killed me. He kind of opens his robes a little bit, and you can see that there's a scar going from under his left breast all the way up to just above his collarbone. You see, she had a claw, so when I let her out of her room, she ripped one of my bones out and ran past me into the night. I had time to say a quick prayer before I went to meet Lathander, and I'm not sure how it happened, but the abbot found me immediately, and when he came to me, he asked to save my life, and I said yes. The girl went missing into the night, and we never saw her again. Because, I don't know, it's more dramatic.
Emerald is going to look at Candle and ask, Candle, do you have the
Just 'cause.
spell you used to assist the girl in the Wachter house prepared?
Candle nods.
Would you be willing to allow my friend here to attempt a spell that, if you were under any form of persuasion by the abbot, it will be removed?
He thinks for a moment and says, I think I'll need to consider this. If, and just to be clear, I am very certain that it is not the case, but if the abbot has done something to affect my memory, I have enough faith in him that I believe it was likely for my benefit.
Then I will ask one more time, as you do not, from what I know, believe that he is an angel. Therefore, he will not
He
need
blue
to
screens when you say he's an angel.
That's not what I said, though. Okay? I wait for him to come back.
Okay.
I would request that you still grant me the title. That way, he does not need obey my command if he is not a being of higher power.
He says, so assuming that there is such a rank above one of Lathander's chosen, why do you think I could grant it to you?
Because as it stands, with the things that we have seen, you are currently the highest ranking mortal follower of Lathander within Barovia.
He shakes his head. No, that would actually be the abbot. You'd want to speak with him.
Again, considering the circumstances.
He says, I don't fully understand the circumstances, I believe, because you seem to think that the abbot is something evil, but I promise you he is not.
No, I simply believe that the abbot is a divine extraplanar being.
He blue screens.
Fuck. I tried.
This is
If
a
I
fun
may-
puzzle.
If I may, Emerald.
The
Please,
puzzle with
Grim.
no solution.
Oh, you can say please, Grim, anytime. Anyways, Grim's eyes are still
Continue to
closed.
say
She's
angel.
still like, that relaxed position. just to be clear. So, she kind of pauses for a moment, and then finally sits up, and looks at the priest.
He looks over at you.
So, currently we do believe that whether or not he intended to, the abbot is hiding something from you. I don't know if it's he's hiding exactly, if I may, I'm not done. He might just be hiding how powerful he is, in case, well, the devil decides to pay him a visit. In which case it might be for your own protection, that you don't know exactly how things are. Because, well, if the devil came here, then you would know. It might just be it doesn't reveal exactly how it is to everyone. Does that make sense?
He nods. Once again, I'm not. I do not believe that he is hiding anything from me at all.
Oh, I
But-
completely understand.
Again, even if he was, I trust him enough to think that it is for my benefit. That is potentially what it could be. I'm not sure.
That's fair and understandable.
It could be, yeah.
So,
I think what's happening here, though, is it's more
she
the
looks
dark
to
powers
Emerald
are
and
trying
Howard.
not to disrupt the balance of power.
Howard kind of shrugs and sighs.
I'm gonna raise another eyebrow real quick and then speak again.
Okay. Gwen, you want to read your thing out?
Yeah.
Gwen sits down backwards in the row of pews ahead of the conversation. Pushing aside a tapered beeswax candle, she rests her elbows on the back edge, then placing her chin in one of her palms. Her eyes stare down the face of the priest, her face holding both intimidation and curiosity.
Are you trying to intimidate the priest?
No, she's just
Okay. I was like, wait. Everyone's like trying to be nice to this guy. Gwen just like sits down in the classic cool teacher pose and it's just like, I'm gonna break you, boy. No, Gwen, I always love your descriptions, by the way, but I was just like, wait, are you gonna kill the priest?
no, she's just staring him down and making sure that I don't know.
He doesn't do anything fishy. I get it.
I get, like, if the priest gives her cause, yes.
Okay, fair enough. If the priest suddenly grows giant bat wings and goes, I'm the Devil Strahd, then I'll count it as a ready to action.
Okay.
He has to specifically say, though, I am the Devil Strahd.
Yes. Oh, and by the way, I spend a key point to kill Strahd. End of game.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Good game, everyone. Straw dies, and everything immediately gets better. Sun comes out, crops grow, babies get souls. It's great.
Baby's the
We've
most
won
ultimate
this game
time?
so many times.
Yeah, did you not notice?
That's a good point.
Were
We never
you-
had any good children.
Were you here for the beginning of the game? Do you remember the struggle that V had?
I remember carrying around a couple of child bodies.
Okay, so real quick refresher, because your character would be aware of this, even if you're not. Because you did adventure with V, right?
Yes, the background is that we did adventure together before.
Right, and then you came back and V had white hair and looked like a small girl.
Oh,
instead
yeah, I remember
of... Okay, so the reason that happened is because the original Valentina body did not have a soul. In fact, it's a well-known thing here that some people just don't have those.
Cool.
The girl...
How many people? Like, how often does that happen?
Like, they're easy to pick out from a crowd, and you see them everywhere. It's not quite 50-50. There are more people who seem to have souls than not, but there's enough of them that it is not noteworthy to see someone without.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Now you know.
I am going to speak up one last time and ask him, are you not aware of the titles within the religion of the Morning Lord?
He thinks for a moment, and he says, well, I know there's the abbot, and then I'm a priest, and there's the Morning Lord. We don't have much communication with the church outside Barovia. It's letters just don't make it here. So what ranks are you aware of? And he starts looking through your holy book.
Give me a moment. I don't have all of them noted.
That's okay. I also don't.
Emerald Prince.
List.
How dare you not know the unique lore of my religion background?
Oh, me? The reason I don't is because I can, at any moment, completely change it to fit my needs. So if you would like me to do that, just let me know.
No, I have the list now.
Okay.
It's literally in the worshipper section of Lathander.
Boring.
You'll like the first one. Clerics are known as Dawnbringers.
Sounds lame.
Then there are Dawn Greeters, Dawn Lords, High Dawn Lords, Dawn Master, and an elite cleric would be called a Morning Lord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this guy doesn't know any of that. So he looks things through and he's like, these titles seem vain.
I am going to take the book.
He hands it back willingly.
Say, unfortunately, I don't think that you can fulfill the purpose that is required.
He nods. I think you want something from me that I'm incapable of providing for you. Aside from, he indicates your robes.
I thank you for that. Are you wanting payment?
He shakes his head. Consider it a service for the church.
Thank you. I'm going to take off my old iron holy symbol.
Okay.
And hand it to him.
Okay, he takes it and compares it with his. They're slightly different. His seems older, cruder.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that they were completely different.
No.
Like symbols.
No, if they were... Okay, if you walked into a church of your faith and everything was wrong, I would be like, hey, heads up, everything's wrong.
I
would be like, surprise, you just developed the ability to notice things.
Emerald gains
Your passive perception is unlocked.
You hand over the symbol. The priest touches it. His hand starts smoking.
His hand starts smoking, which is strange, because when you look at him, you notice that he's large and red with big fiery horns like he always is.
I'm just going to turn and leave,
Okay.
and I will wait outside for anyone who still wants to speak with him.
Okay.
I turn and follow Emerald.
Okay. Do you drop concentration on the Zone of Truth?
I do.
Okay.
Grim bows to the priest and heads out.
He
after
bows
Emerald.
back.
Candle looks at him expressionlessly and turns and leaves.
Okay. He doesn't seem to know what to do with that and looks around.
God
Oh,
damn it!
it doesn't require concentration. Okay.
It doesn't?
No.
What the fuck?
It's just 10 minutes. I have a 15-foot sphere.
That
set
should
around a point.
definitely require concentration. What the fuck?
I'm gonna double check, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but that's such a weird thing. Like, that seems like an obvious concentration spell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not. That's weird.
It seems like something we can probably talk about after game.
Yeah,
sure.
or not at all. Anyway.
Yeah.
So everyone gets outside, I assume?
I don't know what to take away from that conversation.
They follow a different religion.
I trust your guidance. When you
Immoral, I do want to make it super clear. They do follow the same faith. They just don't seem to know a lot of the more organized church aspects.
the one thing that stuck out to me is when you mentioned in your holy book, one of your, let's say, rules is to destroy the undead, to purify the undead. And he did not know of it. That is a striking difference.
Again, just to be clear, he did know he did know of it. That was what the point of the whole arm wrestling contest with Emerald was. He was showing that while he did understand and believe and follow that tenet, there wasn't a lot a guy wearing a robe could do against Strahd. Just to be very clear.
So.
Oh no, Grim's doing math. Everyone takes 1d6 psychic damage.
Yes, Grim?
Actually, this conversation would be best had not in Vallaki. But I think it might explain things.
Are there any civilians around? Or guards?
Yeah, there are a few milling about. The church is usually quite busy.
I'll head for the west gate, because I'm assuming we were still planning on leaving the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The closer you get to the west gate, the more the crowd thins until when you arrive, it's just the 2 guards at the gate and 2 on the wall.
I'm gonna wait till we're outside the city.
Okay. They open the gate and let you out.
Once we are out of earshot of the gate, Grim, were you still wanting to say anything? Say something?
Yes.
Okay.
So. Okay, this might. I'm not the smartest. I've taken my fair few knocks to the head, but I do know stories, and it seems that some threads in this story tie themselves fairly nicely together. So the priest, the church, not knowing more modern stuff, and the symbol that he had, if you noticed, was more crude than yours, as well
I love
as
listening to them figure things out. Makes me happy.
this is not actually a world. It's a plane of existence, right?
Yes.
So, what if this initially was part of the world and then was separated off into a plane. Back when the Church of your God was in its infancy. Right? That would explain why there's just the abbot and the priest and the Morning Lord. That's it.
You are suggesting that we are somehow detached from the other planes of existence.
That's what Rectavio said, yeah.
This adds up.
Pretty good.
That there's the council with all their own lands, and by that he said planes, as well as possibly, if it might be a stretch, why the abbot hasn't moved against Strahd.
Which begs the question, if the abbot is here, why is he here also?
The same reason all of us are here. He might be trapped.
I'm curious how he came to be here, especially given everything else that has surrounded him.
Here's the thing. So, in the Book of Strahd, Strahd initially came here to this country and, took it over, correct?
That is my
Because
memory.
he's a warmonger, general. But, so what if the abbot initially was sent as someone to take out Strahd, or take out one of the council, and whatever made Strahd Strahd, and disconnected Barovia from the regular realm of existence, made it so that the abbot was trapped here. And that's why he hasn't gone against Strahd, is he doesn't know if perhaps if he kills Strahd, if this whole plane of existence will just wink out.
Yes.
Kinda. Yeah.
It would also
like
it would also explain why he's
it
still
rhymes
he's
with
still
the
stayed
answer.
in Kretsk. Because if you look at a map, it's the farthest point from Castle Ravenloft, and the closest to the edge of the map of Barovia.
It could be. I think there could also be another explanation
really
on
cool.
top of that. It could be that the abbot did fight him before and lost, and now he is scared. That is the
Absolutely.
only thing I can think of, is that perhaps he is just scared.
Well, I guess we won't know until we ask.
Yeah, her explanation
But-
rhymes with reality. It's not quite there, but
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
I like your theory.
what is Grimm's
I think
intelligence?
it is the best one I have heard so far. I will agree with you until I am presented
enough.
with enough.
Grimm's smarter than I am.
I mean, it hurt my head to do it.
Don't worry, I buy the next round.
Thank you.
So just so you know, Aki, we were over here in chat discussing your theory. I'm not going to give you any more than that,
Oh, I know.
but we were discussing it.
That's fine.
So what do you guys want to do now?
Grim looks to Emerald to see what his reaction is.
Howard also turns to Emerald.
Candle also turns to Emerald.
Oh Jesus!
Expressionlessly.
Yeah, I
Oh, wait. Candle,
an
what does your
unreadable
face
face.
look like?
Unreadable. Just no expression.
You still have the angry you still have the sad eyebrows.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, my most recent eyebrows were sad.
Yeah.
I
Reticent eyebrows.
I look at you pitifully.
I
Oh
would
man,
still
everyone
like
looks at
to
me
go-
pitifully.
I would still like to go to Kretsk. However, with
The
The
real
chance
story is
of
pretty
it
close to that chicken.
escalating to the possibility of conflict, I do not expect any of you to come with me. If you choose to, that is up to you. But this is for my religion. This is something that I cannot let stand.
Interesting.
You know as well
Ooh.
as I do that I will follow you.
Chat, you just reminded me that I will be raising the price of custom
For
loot
better
soon.
or worse. We're some
After
of the
this
only
week,
people who have survived this
price going
place,
up.
and I will make sure you
Also
survive
granted.
longer than I do.
Yeah, granted.
And about the title, this land. I think you can make your own title. I think this place needs something greater. And I believe you
It'll
are
go up to 8,000 points,
elf
Moose.
enough to make that decision for yourself.
I do not believe the title will hold any sway over the abbot, unfortunately. If the priests here are unaware of them, I imagine that the abbot's disconnection from Lathander has removed their ability to receive the communications.
I know, I am aware. And Howard kind of looks like he's laughing a bit, and that I think is up to you to decide.
Hey, Howard, Emerald was just trying to insult you. You're pretty certain of it.
What?
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 That is a thing that you feel now.
Oh, is Howard getting angry wolf boy?
No?
I refuse to answer that question.
Howard just hates me all of a sudden, I see.
No, I don't feel any hatred.
I'm gonna look to the rest of the party to inquire if they will possibly
That was the
go to
Whisper's
fight
flaw,
an angel with
which
me.
I haven't bugged him about lately.
So, my only request is that we,
Oh my god, they're gonna go fight the abbot again. How many times do I have to
if
teach you
there's
this
a
lesson,
chance
old
that we
party?
can get whatever the abbot is on our side, that would be a good idea.
I want to. It would be a powerful ally and of great assistance to us, but I also cannot abide by something leading a religion that does not actually lead in its tenets.
I understand.
Let's at least try and talk through things first before we. And Grim looks at Howard before we just charge in.
Yes, about that.
And
There may be a small problem, and when I say small problem, I mean a very large problem. In fact, a large me-shaped problem. If I go with you, he knows I am coming, and he knows I wish to kill you. So perhaps I stay back for a while.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Hey, Candle.
Yes.
Your cloak billows in the wind.
Okay.
There's wind?
Nope.
There's a cloak?
Yes.
Wait, he has a cloak of billowing. Doesn't he?
I refuse
What?
to answer that question.
I don't know what that is. Wait, is this a cloak I've picked up from like chat loot?
Cloak of Billowing is a cloak that at any moment you can make billow as if it were in the wind.
Okay, it keeps billowing.
So it does.
I'm going to look to Gwen and
It's a
Candle
bonus
for
action?
their answers.
Yeah. It billows. Who cares?
When you look at Candle, the cloak stops billowing.
Okay.
But when you look away, it starts billowing again.
I'm asking for
Okay.
an answer, and
Just so you know, Candle, that takes a bonus action each time you do it.
Okay. Candle's just gonna
There you go. Were you happy?
well, obviously is expressionless / has sad eyebrows right now, but otherwise is deep in thought, and then after a moment tilts his head up slightly to indicate that he's looking back at you and says,
I trust the group's broad decision-making capacity. If we're all going to fight him, I will come with and help.
Candle prepares the character killing spell, Guiding Bolt. This has 100% KD. This has 200% kill ratio per spell.
Jesus.
Because you killed V's sister, which also killed V, so.
I'll turn to Gwen for an answer.
Okay.
A deep sigh comes out and she shrugs her shoulders. It fits our theme we're going on for this adventure.
Okay. So you guys start walking. It takes you most of the day. Actually, does it take you most of the day, or is it the whole day? One sec. 4 is 1.
The barrage.
3, 4. 2,
Barrage.
3, 4 is
Oh yeah,
3,
barrage.
2, 3, 4 is 4. 1, 2, 4 is 5. 1, 2, 3.
Also, actually, no, Candle's going to suggest this in character.
Okay.
Candle says to Emerald,
Why don't you scout the road ahead, fast little guy?
Works for me.
Are you going to then scan the road ahead?
I'm gonna click my shoes together, and I'm gonna
You
run.
appear in Kansas.
And I will stick to the tree line while
Okay.
going ahead. Always gonna try to stay within earshot of the party, like if they were screaming or if there was metal on metal action.
Okay, so you're not very far ahead of them at all.
I'm probably just a couple 100 feet ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm constantly by the tree line. That way, if necessary, I can climb a tree with no issue because of my new cloak.
Okay. So you walk ahead of the party, and despite hearing some wolf howls, especially around Lake Baratok, and some shuffling off in a bush that you guys don't manage to identify, you arrive at the gates of Kretsk safely.
I will change into the new robes before getting to the gate.
Okay.
Grim watches and makes sure that
Oh my
nobody interrupts Emerald.
While we're walking up, I kind of ask the other people in the party, do you think it is best if I stay away for a while? I can teleport very quickly to where you are, but I do not think it is smart for me to go with you, at least immediately.
We move as a group. He can suck it up.
I do not think he will be willing to talk if he sees me. I swore an oath of vengeance. If I do not fulfill this oath, there are many consequences of my faith.
I will not have you jeopardize your faith for mine. Do as you wish.
I will wait outside until it is apparent that I am needed.
Candle is going to turn to Howard and with sad eyebrows still say,
I can use magic to transmit a message directly to your brain.
Can you do it quickly?
Candle just nods, and his cloak billows.
Then this is a good option.
God damn it. Do you ever okay a piece of chat loot that you know you're gonna regret later? Yeah, that seems harmless enough. It billows when you use a bonus action. What's wrong with that? Ah, shit. Candle has a cloak of billowing. Billowing damage. Yeah, Strahd shows up and Candle's like, I used my cloak to do this very plausible thing, and I'm just like, oh no. Strahd dies from billowing damage.
I am going to take my bag off and leave it. Oh, I don't want it to get stolen though. I want to leave it in the barrage.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we can take that into town though,
You could.
assuming we get an entrance. But yeah, I guess we will approach.
Okay. You get about halfway up the hill before the guards yell out to you, "Stop there!"
Candle stops the barrage.
Okay. State your business.
I will get out and say I am here to speak with
One of
the
them
abbot.
sees who it is, sees you, Emerald, and says, "Invaders, get to your posts!"
Oh, but
What?
think how much XP we're gonna get for killing a whole town, you guys.
Okay, let's do this.
So immediately you see several guards, all of which you know by now, rush to the top of the gate and begin pulling out longbows, which they load from arrows with from barrels at the wall.
I don't wish to fight these men.
Candle, bring the barrage back.
Yeah, Candle tells the bears to go backwards, and then also keeps his hands like together and in his lap to indicate he's not going to be using them to do any spell casting.
I'm going to stand in front of the bears with catch arrow action readied.
Okay, you guys beat a hasty retreat. Once you get a fair distance back down the hill, they take the arrows out of their bows and put them back in the barrels, but they continue to watch you very closely.
What
You
size
see
are these?
one of them disappear.
What size are these squares?
That big. So that line was 250 feet. I think each of them are 50 feet.
And how tall are
So-
the walls?
They're 20 feet up.
Okay.
While reversing Candle's close.
Run into town. That will definitely put them at ease.
I think
You guys do see why bad things keep happening to you, right?
Extremely clearly, yes.
Okay,
I'm very
cool.
curious as to why they're calling me an invader.
You were here last time when you were banned. Everyone else is in the barrage except Candle, who was not here when everyone was banned.
Damn.
we could try to persuade them.
After a while, you see another figure appear on the wall. He looks out at you and then disappears again, and the gate begins to open.
Now's our chance. Attack!
No, this is
Okay.
unwise.
I'm assuming we're over here.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel free to move yourselves there. After a while, the burgomaster comes out. He is flanked by 2 guards. Howard, you are not there.
You will get shot if you are that high.
Yeah, if you're right there, I'm taking attack actions.
We got halfway up when they were knocking their bows.
So he gets to about shouting distance from you and says, "Everyone step out of your vehicle, please."
I'll step up to make room.
Yeah, Candle steps down from the driver's seat with his hands still clasped in front of him.
I follow closely behind Emerald.
Okay, he holds a hand out and he says, "Why have you returned? You've been instructed not to come back to this place."
We have come to speak with the abbot.
He shakes his head. "The abbot has not seen visitors since you left." Shocking crest.
He will see us.
Stop resisting. He says, "That's up for the abbot to decide, but you may not pass through my town until I receive word from him."
Good. I will see about asking him for an audience then, and I'll start walking around the town and going up the hill, not
All right,
taking
stop
the path.
right there.
Okay.
You 2 are getting shot.
I'm obviously going around the town.
You got within 100 feet of the noble. The 2 guards shoot you with their bows because you are clearly threatening them.
Can we please?
Can you
not?
guys not see why this is... I'm frustrated and happy that I get to shoot you.
I said that I wasn't going to go through their town.
Yeah, GM, take the W.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. You audibly said, hey, I'm not going to betray you guys again, and then approached towards the noble. I totally, you know what? They're being unreasonable. You're correct. What kind of an asshole would shoot at you after that amazing explanation for why you're suddenly walking in their direction?
I love this game.
Can we please just not slaughter Kretsk?
I did not wish to.
You guys have a real funny way of showing that you don't want to slaughter Kretsk.
It's a video game. I'm down.
Grim is gonna call over to the Burgomaster.
Sorry.
I quick save.
You guys don't catch arrows. My apologies.
Oh.
Eh?
For fuck's sakes.
So 2 spears get thrown your way, both of which miss, and Emerald, you catch the second one.
I just keep walking beside Emerald.
Okay.
So.
and the noble is now
Burgomaster.
retreating, running back into the town.
I do not know if they can harm us. We could just walk through the town.
We are not slaughtering a town.
No, I don't wish to hit them. We could just simply walk through the town.
The guards retreat back through the gate, and immediately the gate begins to get lowered. And the gate is lowered.
Candle is going to say,
We should save their spears for them as a token of goodwill.
I agree. And
Do you pick up the 2 weapons on the ground?
did I say I picked them up?
I'm gonna put the spear down beside the other one.
Okay. We're gonna take a break there. I need a minute. Okay. So, we'll take a break now. Please be back by, say, 7:50. And who's hanging out with me in chat?
Me.
Jordan, now that we're just hanging out here, this isn't like a question related to the game, more just like the world of D&D broadly that the campaign is set in.
Okay.
Has magnetism been discovered?
Yes, actually. There are several spells that reference it.
Okay.
Plus, so a magnet in this universe would be known as a lodestone, but that's actually quite an old thing. Like, classical era thing.
Oh, wait, literally compasses exist. Of course there's magnetism.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
They don't understand that it's a fundamental force of the universe, but they do know some rocks get real funny around metal.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
Sure.
Okay.
Ask no further questions.
This is gonna sound really stupid, Jordan.
Uh-huh.
But it's been so long since we were here and we got banned.
Literally less than a month.
Yeah, since it's been so long.
Uh-huh.
Since we got banned, that I can't remember why the hell we got banned.
Because you brought a vampire into Kretsk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if it was that.
The very bad thing that they don't like.
Because the Burgomaster was like, hey, we actively oppose Strahd and all vampires, and you guys are like, okay, make an exception for our buddy here.
Who we didn't tell you was a vampire, but now that he's in the town. By the way, this guy's a vampire.
You handled it in the worst possible way, too. It wasn't just, by the way, this guy's a vampire. You brought him in, and he was having angst in the public square, where he was like, I'm so cursed. And then he's like, hey, what's wrong with this guy? And everyone was like, oh, he's a vampire. Just like, sorry, forgot to send you the memo. We violated the only good thing about this town.
Also, he's really hungry.
Yeah, he's also starving. So if you guys got any snacks, and then he's like, please leave so that we don't have to try to kill you. And you were like, we will respect your wishes. Anyway, less than a month later, you're like, hey, yo, we got to go through your town. What up? Like,
Okay.
my brain
Ah.
legitimately hurts from.
I appreciate your rundown because I don't remember any of that.
So
Like, I remember the alien thing. That's about it.
the best part is, though, you guys didn't just walk up and you're like, hey, I understand this is really awkward, but we need to get word to the abbot that we need to speak with him. Can you please do something to help us out? We'd rather not violate your guys' trust again. You're like, whatever, man. We're just going to walk towards you menacingly.
It's D&D, baby.
Like, what the fuck did you think was...
This is our face character that did this, by the way.
No! Two of your, like, your face character and your moral compass were like, you know, it would work really great in this super tense situation.
Hey, now.
Let's just approach the abbot.
Well, normally I would be okay taking the blame for being the face character that makes the bad decision. In this case, I think the immoral of the group.
And which one other party member was right next to Emerald when that happened?
I know. I gotta support my boy.
So anyway, for some reason, you keep showing up into towns and being like, what's the one thing you guys would hate most? And you're like, Kretz was like, oh, we would not want to have a vampire in our village. And you guys are like, dope, we brought one. And then you walk up to Vallaki and they're like, boy, are we sure are having a power struggle. And you're like, how about a vacuum? Like, I don't know how you guys keep doing this.
I'd like to say that it's some sort of master plan, but it's really the lack of
I know,
plan.
you're just
Yeah.
dogs chasing cars. I get it. But like, God.
I mean, to be fair, this is the campaign where, like, if there ever was one, where the DM gets to be fucking ruthless when the dogs chase the cars.
Yeah, like, I fully accept my part in murdering several people in this campaign. But there have been times where I've been like, you know what? They can definitely get out of this. I'm not too worried. And then I'm like, I'll spin you up a new character sheet because you guys were like, I'm going to stick my head in a mimic. Like, that was the first time that things went absolutely sideways in the worst way possible. But it was very much not the last.
No, like, this campaign has been flush with teachable moments.
And you guys
over-
are like,
over-
okay. I get that was a teachable moment and we lost one of our best characters, but what was that again? I forgot. That was like a month ago. I don't know. Like, you're not learning.
Yeah, I feel like the distance playing makes it a bit harder, at least a bit harder to engage and remember details. Playing not necessarily every week makes it a bit harder to engage and remember details. And this
Like,
is a campaign that is ruthless if you forget stuff. So
Well, I do try to fill in for things that you guys just genuinely forget, but that your character should know, right? Like I do try to fill in, like, when there's a detail like the soul thing. Emerald definitely knew that, even if the guy playing him did not. You know what I mean? I do try to kind of work around that, but I can't control your character's actions. That's the one thing that is outside of DM's control entirely. So when you're like, I'm gonna advance on the very terrified Burgomaster, I just have to. It's okay. Here are the consequences. Is all I got. You know, Moose is right. You should have at least waved. Oh,
What do you mean at least waved?
Like, say, hey, okay, I'm just gonna go to the Abbey without going into your tent. Like, if you... So many times you guys have done stuff that is genuinely probably fine, but you've done it without telling anyone and in the most threatening way possible.
I said I will not pass through your town then, and went to move
And
around.
immediately walked up the hill toward the guy. Like, I get that you were like trying to do something, you found a solution.
I
totally understand.
do.
But had you given him time to fucking retreat, even just say, okay, no problem, we won't violate your town, please return, we don't want to upset you any further. Like, literally any diplomacy. Like, if you had been like, can I roll diplomacy or something like that, I'd be like, yep, it's super easy, because he wants the same thing you do, which is to not have you in his town.
Yeah, I mean, I get why we did what we did, but also in the GM's defense, we were explicitly verbally warned several times to stop and go back, or they would attack us.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not mad though. I'm not mad. This
I
is
feel
hilarious.
for you guys, but at the same time,
I'm having a fucking riot.
those who build glass houses should not shit in the woods or something like that.
That's the saying. Yeah.
As a side note, this has been a hilarious evening for me.
Yeah, goddamn, dude.
I'm genuinely trying to figure out ways to... Okay, so the way this module works is it gives you a bucket full of different moving parts, right? So, like, when you guys go to Kretsk, I have a list of things that are in Kretsk, interesting things that can happen there, different characters' motivations and stuff like that. But it's really up to me to kind of fit them all together. So what's happened is the first time you guys came here, you were doing really well with Kretsk, and it was all coming together nicely, and I was like building it, and I was like, okay, this is clearly going to be their base of operations, and like I was planning around that, and then you guys are like, okay, so something bad happened, and we're going to make it everyone else's problem, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I go over my Lego blocks, and I'm like, all of this is now ruined. So then you guys left, and I'm like, okay, I can just put that away. I don't have to worry about that anymore. And then you came back, and I'm now taking this broken-ass, like, half TIE Fighter, half Princess House building and trying to make sense and figure out a way for you guys to accomplish your goals without it stretching incredulity to a breaking point, right? Like, Velaki is a great example. You guys really screwed the pooch there, but I managed to recover your ability to be in there because it makes sense within the context of the story. Kretsk, on the other hand, you guys got there and they were straight up like, we're not letting you in unless you prove you're not a vampire. And you're like, that's super easy, we'll just go get you wine. Vampires can't get people wine. And then they were like, you seem legit, and also you have the wine, so you can come in. And they're like, don't be a vampire, though. And you guys are like, nah, fuck that. It's a lot harder to work around with a paranoid town. I don't know. And then you guys were like, let's threaten the Burgomaster.
Okay, related to my original question,
Yeah.
We presumably have a compass, right, since we have a map?
Yes, you do have a compass.
Okay, and since some of us arrived here independently, we probably have 2 compasses, right, at least?
Probably, yes.
Okay. And now, please don't read into this, but if someone were to disassemble a compass to get, like, the magnetic components out of it, what kind of a roll would that be?
That depends. Are you disassembling it with the intention of using it again later, or are you disassembling it with the intention of get the funky rock out of it?
Yeah, get funky rock.
It would not be a check. It's pretty easy to smash a compass. In fact, it's kind of hard not to.
Wouldn't that reset you, Candle?
Candle smashes a compass. Windows shutdown noise. Oh god. Okay. Now
I have something very specific I want to do.
I
but I also
hesitate
really want
to
surprise
ask,
you with it.
but what are you planning?
Aki, are you here?
Yes.
It's too early to
I've been
reveal
here
it,
the whole
right?
time.
I'm gonna check your spells
For
list.
well,
Don't worry about that.
For the compass,
Yeah, well, for the thing that I would like to do with
or
the
what
magnetic
our plan is.
Oopsie
Here.
doopsie.
No, just like so yeah, we agreed on a plan for a thing that would be very great to do.
It's trying to assist Candle in being more expressionful and like versus expressionless.
You're gonna put fridge magnet facial expressions on him, aren't you?
Just eyebrows.
Yeah, just eyebrows.
Yeah, which he can move with telekinesis.
So, Candle, are you willing to make it a canon thing that you are a ferrous material and therefore magnetic?
I mean, I'm also fine with just like Candle coming over and like about to do an epic speech, and then like turns to Grim and then just, I need these type of eyebrows, and then Grim is just like, okay, and then draws the eyebrows on, and then
draws a
Candle goes
penis
back,
on his forehead.
and then Candle goes back to just doing what he's doing.
Actually, wait, I could just use telekinesis to control, like, a pen.
Yep.
And then just wipe them off with a cloth. But,
Or you
like,
could ask your
controlling
friend Grim.
magnetic eyebrows is way funnier.
I want you to know that while I have used a fridge magnet to attach things to my armor, and mostly a bow tie, I do not encourage that in a grim setting like this one.
No, I'm not a setting, I'm a character.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Is everyone back?
Yes.
I could hear that facial expression.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. That facial expression is probably going to be the thumbnail for the video for this.
Yeah.
God. By the way, I'm on YouTube in case people didn't know.
Yep.
I'm not a vampire there either. Oh my god. Gotta get an expo marker,
Okay.
Moose says.
So, our plan, Grim's plan for this right now, I don't know if you were asking that or just the plan for Candle's eyebrows.
So,
George,
what?
are you going to answer my question?
I was just asking about Candle's eyebrows.
Okay.
What is your plan?
With the eyebrows?
Wait,
Grim, what is the plan
with the eyebrows or right now?
right now? What is your plan?
Grim is going to sit and wait because she heard that the burgomaster was going to go and see if the abbot wanted an audience,
Mm-hmm.
and so is going to wait.
Okay. What's everyone else
What's Grim
doing?
doing?
Candle is going to, well, hang on. The two fellas are up the road from us, and they can't hear us right now.
Yeah.
Candle will say to Grim and Gwen,
I could send a message directly to the abbot requesting an audience.
Can you do that? Oh, I guess you can.
you hear a
Well,
quick
you guys are
squiggly scratching
discussing
sound, and Candle draws like resolute eyebrows on and nods at you, and then wipes them away with a cloth.
You do not have dry erase markers in Barovia. At
If you
best,
wish
you
to-
have a piece of charcoal.
If you wish to do that, that could work. I can also just go
Are
up
you
there.
nearby?
I come back.
He was
Okay.
100 feet away. He can probably see you guys are talking. Plus, the whole walk towards the guy in charge of this place who's terrified of you already didn't work out.
I think that would probably be for the best, that if Candle can send him a message.
If he refuses to respond, I can always go up and request an audience. And then get him to allow you all through the town.
I mean, maybe. And Grim's gonna sit down with Gwen.
Okay. And Candle, what are your 25 words or less?
Hang on, let me write that down here. Anyone else wants to do anything right now while I'm composing this here message? Go right ahead.
Can I sigh loudly and be disappointed? Is that okay? Okay, I feel better now. Oh, I just realized I need to move back to push to talk so you can't hear me flirting with chat.
Emerald is going to hand the
Hey,
Ring of
Chad.
Regeneration
How you doing?
over to Grim.
So,
Okay.
okay, real quick. So, Emerald comes over to Grim and presents a
ring.
ring.
A silver ring, yeah.
Grim looks at the ring and looks at Emerald, and then looks at the ring, And looks at Emerald.
Emerald, give me insight. Please watch this.
Grim is just completely flushed. She does not. And for once, is fucking speechless.
Alright, you immediately realize what she's thinking.
This will help keep parts of you attached, should they be removed. Unfortunately, I don't.
Keep you being touched.
Unfortunately, I don't have the concentration required to keep this attuned with my key, so I figure it will do you well as somebody without healing capabilities.
Grim, please give me insight, because that was confusing as shit, and you're already on your back foot. Okay, you understand that this is a magic item he's giving you, not a proposal. Gwen, you also catch on. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Takes a second and it's like... Thank you.
No.
And Grim takes the ring and fucking buries her face in her hands.
Okay. Oh god. Candle, you done?
Yep, I've got my message composed here. So Candle is going to... Well, hang on. What components does this spell have? Rebel, somatic, immaterial. Okay, so I'm gonna go around back of the barrage so the fucking... No one being scared of me at the town can see. And then I am going to bring out my shield, which is my holy symbol. And I am going to say the following. Just a sec.
Forgive my intrusion,
Yes,
Abbott,
please.
but my party and I urgently request an audience with you. We're outside Kratsk. You can respond telepathically.
You hear, I will be there presently. And in less than a minute, the abbot appears beside you.
I did want to warn the party that he's on his way.
Wait,
It is less than a minute. So you guys see Candle walk behind the barrage, say some things, and then, like, maybe 40 seconds later, the abbot appears. Out of thin air.
one spell slot down, 29 more to go.
Real quick, Candle, did you see my post in the general? For your sending?
Never mind that. Did you guys see Gwen's post?
I would like to... Is that 20?
That's exactly 25 words.
Hang on a sec, what? I can't see... Oh, here it is.
Wait, what's happening?
I was once in your city, which was lovely at this time of year, and would like to, perhaps...
Yeah, it's 25 words.
Yeah, I get it. Gwen does realize it was not a proposal. Yes, Moose. So the abbot appears, and he says, speak.
I'm gonna step out from...
He looks directly at you for a moment, Candle, and then says, fascinating. You are granted a soul, but so many are not.
Candle shrugs.
What is it you require? He looks around to the group.
I will step out and in front of the abbot and say, I've come to enlist your aid in the fight against Strahd.
He says, 'Tis a fool's errand. Come with me. And he holds a hand out toward you.
I'll take it.
Okay, you are now in...
I touch Emerald.
Okay.
Before he goes.
The
Because I
two
have a
of you
feeling.
are now in the Abbey.
Wait, does nobody else come with?
Apparently not. Hang on, let me find the thing. Where the fuck is Death House? That's what you guys went into, right?
Candle wipes away the charcoal serious eyebrows and then draws like raised
Surprised
scared ones.
Pikachu face eyebrows.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Give me a sec.
Okay.
Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum bum. You appear in the courtyard of the Abbey. The abbot looks at you and says, "Forgive me. One of the people who was there was thinking of killing me."
Are you in our heads?
He nods. Your thoughts are loud, cantankerous, without discipline.
Grim blushes again.
He looks directly at you and says, "I care not of your romantic inclinations."
Grim goes to the wall studiously.
Wow, way to throw everything off, Jorb.
Sorry?
You threw my entire thought process off there.
Happy to help.
It has come to my intention, Abbot, that you have been teaching the old ways of Lathander, and not the current.
He nods. I have not been able to speak with Lathander for quite some time. No.
I will produce my holy book.
Okay. He looks at it. He takes it. He reads some of it and says, "This was written by men," and hands it back.
Men who bear the word of Lathander.
He nods. You do not understand what it is like to be an extension of Lathander's will.
I understand that I have known many clerics in my lifetime.
He shakes his head. You know I am no cleric.
Yes, but they also wield the extension of Lathander's will. Otherwise, they would not be stripped of their power.
And who
when
do you
they
believe
betray it.
delivers that power?
Lathander himself.
Truly.
Yes.
Fascinating.
For if only angels could deliver the power of our god. Our gods, there are multiples. Then Hauer and Candle would both be left powerless unless angels of his god remain in this realm as well. Of their gods.
Tell me, when your hand delivers food to your waiting mouth, is the hand a separate thing from your own will?
No.
So you understand then. Why have you come? You seek to destroy... He looks around. We should go inside.
Why?
We are being watched. Are there any of your friends that you would like to join? I will not brook another attack on my person.
I would appreciate if all of them could join and Hauer wait outside.
He nods. And he suddenly disappears from here.
I'm gonna pray for the briefest of moments, hoping that Hauer does not attack the abbot. Wait, why are we in Velaki?
I just like seeing the elk. I'm a beautiful boy. The elk, probably.
Should draw a little sproutling somewhere.
E. Little goo-boo.
My goo-boo. No thoughts, only vibes.
Head empty, only goo-boo. The abbot appears beside, right where he disappeared from, and says, "I'm told that the rest of you should come, except," and he looks at you, Hauer, "you have sworn an oath of vengeance, which would preclude you from taking non-hostile action toward me. Is that correct?"
this is.
Howard?
That is correct.
But don't answer with words. Attack him.
Please, God, don't.
How are you answering with words or?
I just said things twice. Did you not hear me?
I heard you the second time, but then Candle helpfully provided that you should attack him, and I just wanted to make sure that that's not what was happening.
Nope. I am waiting.
Okay, the abbot holds out a hand towards you, Gwen, and you, Candle, and he says, please, join us. I would like to remind you that those two disappeared, and then he reappeared, and then he's like, come with me.
I meant outside the abbey, but I guess I wasn't clear enough.
Okay, just so you know, and I know this may be shocking to hear, but I can't actually read your mind. That's just a thing that we're pretending I can do.
That's why I'm kind of voicing that now.
Okay.
That it was my mistake. So I understand if we don't go with that.
Oh, no. He's getting their permission to teleport them. Of course, to them, he's just holding a hand out and saying, come with me, after vorping two of their friends away.
Candle looks at Gwen and shrugs, and then reaches out for the abbot's hand.
Okay.
And listen, I need you to appreciate my self-control that I don't use telekinesis to tickle his palm a little bit first before grabbing it.
You know what? I truly appreciate that that you are doing that, and that you have that self-control. I want you to know that this is probably saving your life right now.
I use telekinesis to tickle Howard's palm.
Oh, sure. How are your palm itches?
That feels peculiar.
It's also not obvious that Candle is doing that, so...
Howard retracts his hand, like, suspiciously.
Okay. Candle, Gwen, are you guys going with the abbot, holding his hand?
I do.
Gwen?
Yes.
Okay. The two of you and the abbot all disappear. Howard, do you walk up the hill? Because I need to know if I need to run combat rounds.
I'm just staying about right here.
Do you
Okay.
stay with the barrage?
No, I'll leave the barrage a little ways back, and try to, like, kind of keep it sheltered close to this, like, ridge of trees here.
Okay. So, you guys...
Grim still has her hands up.
Candle is deliberately thinking about his prayers, and while doing that, like having that occupy his mind, is reaching for the bag of tricks. It just in like an old west kind of like gunslingery, like he's ready kind of way.
Okay. The abbot reappears with Gwen. Okay. And he looks around, then he says, curious, please follow me. And he starts walking towards the abbey. Okay, Emerald, fair enough. And Grim, I am calling upon you.
Yes.
You said you held your hand up, waiting to be called upon.
Well, I guess you'll answer my questions in there.
He nods. Is everyone following him?
Yes. Also, black screen is black.
Yep. Yeah, I said Gwen arrived with the abbot.
Oh, I didn't get pulled in? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You are also not with Howard.
Oh, what?
Okay.
It's not keeping where we previously, or at least it's not doing that for me.
It might be
can
because
I-
you're on a new character.
Where I am, can I use magic?
No, but I've been here before.
Hang on. What the fuck? This is all different now. Oh no, here it is. Okay, done.
I would like to use Death
Thank
Ward
you.
on myself.
Okay. I will talk to you in dead chat in a minute.
Oh no.
Don't worry, you're... Don't worry. The abbot walks through the gate, which opens as he enters.
As we're walking, I am going to ask, where are the other two?
He says, your friend who wished violence upon me decided to stay back. And he enters the abbey.
And where's Candle?
I'm not certain.
What do you mean you're not certain?
I do not know. Do you speak some other language?
I mean, I do speak another language, but you brought us here. How are you
Can't-
not able to bring Candle?
He says to you in Halfling, I brought him here using the same method, but he did not arrive. I believe his god may have taken him.
Grim thinks of Candle alone with all of his summoning things and says in Halfling, "Ah, fuck."
Okay, we'll end there. We're gonna end there for the night. I'm gonna steal Candle into Dead Chat for a couple minutes, and then I will be back to do votes and all of the fun stuff, XP, all that, you know. You guys just stay together and flirt. It'll be fine.
No thanks.
Oh, okay. In that case, I guess I'm not taking Candle into Dead Chat. I'll just go by myself and talk to myself. Oh, good, you're here.
Oh no.
I wonder how that happened. Okay, so you find yourself in what is very clearly an old, dusty, arcane laboratory of some kind.
Oh god, okay. Do I have any memory of being here before?
No, but everything feels very familiar. Almost like it was a place that you had been in a past life, or like...
Is there room in here for a huge creature?
There is not, no. It's actually quite
Damn.
cramped. There's paraphernalia scattered everywhere. There's books, there's beakers full of unidentified liquids, there's collections of material, and there is a honest-to-God workbench with metal working tools on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All that makes sense?
I understand the room as you have described it to me.
Okay, do you have any questions that I can answer in, like, less than a minute?
Nope.
Okay, well, in that case, you're gonna have to stay here for the rest of the game. Sorry about that. Oh, Candle, you came over here. Well, that's lucky. You there, buddy?
Yeah, should I bother coming back?
I was teasing you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can come back. Anyway, we're gonna end it there for tonight, guys. How's everyone feeling?
Candle
Like,
doesn't
should
have
I-
a spell anymore.
Should I have a new... Should I make a new character?
I will let you decide.
I'm deciding to ask you if I should make a new character.
Don't worry about that. So, guys, it's the end of the night, and
I'll
as
take that as a
always,
yes.
that means that we get to vote for our favorite player. Everyone can have, what level are you guys again? You're level 8. You can have, we'll say 900 XP for tonight. And we'll start with votes. So, Grim. Good friend Grim. Friend Grim. Who is my friend? Who would you like to vote? Oh,
I mean, I
you would like to go last for votes.
Thanks.
Hey, Hauer. Good friend Hauer. How would you like to vote?
I'm going to vote for Emerald for the roleplay with the priest in Valaki.
Very cool, very cool. I agree with that assessment. Candle, who would you like to vote for, aside from me, the guy who did that thing to you just now?
I like that that Emerald and Howard drove the action this session. I like that. I like the shenanigans that Howard gets us into. That is like
it was
the
Emerald
highlight of
that
this
got
session
you into
for me.
shenanigans this time.
But just like the just like nearly saying I'm sorry about this and then casting magic at the priest, and then also walking up to the armed and scared Burgomaster. I love that shit is so funny.
I feel like it must be my
vote.
fault not describing like that people are obviously scared of you at this point, because like I cannot understand why you would see a guy come out with 2 armed guards, both battle ready, and decide we should approach him.
Jordan,
Uh-huh.
can you say it again? You say night, Chicho.
Night, Chicho.
Aw,
Can you
night,
say
bub.
good night, chat?
Night, Chet.
Oh, good night, Chad.
Emerald.
Oh no. Battle ready rolls a 9 and 10. Look, they're just level 1. They have 1 hit die of human. No, Emerald. They also have pikes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Candle, you're voting for Howard. Is that the case?
Yes.
Okay. Emerald, who would you like to vote for?
I'd like to vote for Candle for his mystical, magical disappearing act. It has made me question the possibility of combat in this scenario.
Oh, so you think there may be combat now, or you are worried that there may be combat now?
Well, there was the intention of him helping us or bad things happening. So, and I made that pretty clear.
Okay, great. Well, I'm glad that everything has gone according to your plan. Gwen, who would you like to vote for?
Grim, for mistaken the gift of the item for a proposal.
Oh, that was so funny. All right, that's a good vote.
Yeah, it is a good vote.
Grim, it is now your turn. Are you here?
I'm just about here.
Okay. Grim is doing adult things, so can we get the chat vote, Mr.
Yeah.
Thorne?
Also, I'm pretty sure that was only 3 votes from the players.
That was 4. We're missing.
Okay, I am back. I would like to vote for Howard.
Okay.
Just even like, good special mention to Candle. Hi, Bub. Oh,
Oh no. Grim, you have been replaced. Bub, roll initiative.
So, even though I really liked how Candle kept doing the eyebrows, that was really funny, and the expressionlessness except for the eyebrows, and I really liked the mistaken proposal, and Gwen's reaction to the proposal.
I think that was my funniest part of the night. Was Gwen being like, "Honey, you could do better."
I think I would like to give it to Howard, who is I just want to reward the fact that he was like, no, I'm gonna keep myself out of the scene because Bob.
Oh no. Because he was true to his character without disrupting the flow of the game. I assume that you're being picked, Howard, because Grim likes the cut of your jib.
Thanks. Jib has been cut.
Yeah, it's well cut, that jib. So Howard,
+1 to all of Grim's honorable mentions, TBH. Very, very accurate and true across the board.
Yeah, I really feel like you guys have hit your stride. Your stride is this weird half loping, half like running on all fours stride, but you've hit it.
I want to reward Hauer for being like, no, it would be best to keep me out of the scene for in-character reasons.
Yeah, yeah. I think that deciding that your character's, beliefs would impact everyone else's ability to interact with a specific part of the plot, and figuring out an in-character reason to not do that and have everyone get killed is that's commendable. That's laudable, man. That was some good mental gymnastics. Howard, congratulations. You win the player vote for playing less D&D. I think
Thank
that's
you.
a first. So you gain
and
inspiration
as-
if you did not already have it. And sorry, Blackthorn.
Yeah. No worries. As for the chat vote, it is a 50-50 draw between Candle and Emerald. And I'll let you decide the tiebreaker.
I'm going to tie break in favor of Emerald for the roleplay with the priest. I thought that was actually really inspired. I like that quite a lot, and it gave me a chance to fill things out a bit and interact with the world a little bit.
All right,
more.
Emerald, roll a d10.
Roll a d10, fucker. I can't wait to see what spell scroll you get this time.
Meteor swarm, meteor swarm, meteor swarm.
No. True Strike.
Meteor swarm. So you get a swarm that's very meaty.
Scroll of True Strike, please.
Scroll of True Strike. I think that's literally worth less than toilet paper. Because at least toilet paper is soft.
Oh wait, I got a dragon slaying greatsword that I still need to get Grim to dual wield.
Oh my god!
I swear to God, if it's a fucking cantrip scroll. Don't do me dirty like this.
He's already
you're
dying
about-
and half-
You're about to get done so dirty, I have a bad feeling.
Like, I can't make this shit up. Okay, I gotta show chat what the options were here. Okay, you guys could see, right, the different options that were here.
Oh my fucking god!
I would like a reroll for witchcraft from mod.
Oh no.
Okay, so you rolled a 9, which is not the Hammer of Thunderbolts that was on this list. It's a spell scroll of light.
Are you
Congratulations.
serious?
Literally a spell scroll
100%.
of the cantrip light.
Oh my god.
That's
But after 4
awful.
cantrip scrolls that they'd stop popping up.
Oh my fucking god.
Nope.
Oh my
Nope,
god.
I called it. It
So
happened.
good. So
Okay.
good.
That's
Just-
awful.
Anyways,
Just
good night, Matt. I gotta
just-
go put Bub to bed, so I'll
Night,
say
Aki.
good night now.
Night, Aki.
Guys,
Good GGs.
thank you so very much for being here, everyone. Thank you, Emerald, for being such a good sport about this fucking tragedy.
The
Guys,
Hammer of Thunderbolts.
yeah,
The legendary weapon.
I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. to play some more Dark Souls. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all very, very much. And guys, you want to say goodbye to chat?
Good night, chat.
Bye.
Good night, chat.
Good night, chat. I will catch you in the next one. Bibbles.